Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is ReNDoG coming at you from the fishing pond of the Moleshire in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. How's everybody out there doing today? I'm doing really good, thank you. I'm in the mood for some Minecraft. Kicking off today's episode with a little bit of fishing action. Been trying to catch myself 3 name tags out of this pond. Unfortunately, all I've managed to catch so far are some salmon, a bone, a stick, 6 fish, 3 puffer fish, and this lily pad over here, which is actually kind of cool because we can add this lily pad into the pond. That looks kind of cool. I like that. I've also managed to catch for myself an unbreaking 3 and mending fishing rod, which is actually really sweet. The mending enchantment means that this fishing rod repairs itself with XP, and we basically now have an unbreaking fishing rod, which is absolutely amazing. And yes, you can actually catch yourself better fishing rods in Minecraft, which is really cool. You can actually get yourself an amazing fishing rod if you fish long enough. But yeah, you literally have to spend hours fishing. Anyway, I won 3 name tags, my friends, because I have 3 things that I'd like to name in our world. One of them being that sheep over there, and 2 of them being the cows inside of that pen that you can see over there. And yes, that is new. Guys, I have been pretty busy since we were last together. Super excited to show you some of the changes and upgrades that I've made to the place. And also today, guys, we are gonna be opening up a portal to the underworld, to the freaking dimension of doom. Because at the end of the last episode, we managed to collect ourselves a butt ton of obsidian, and we can turn this into a portal, and we can go to the Nether to get some quartz so that we can start setting up our item delivery system. Lots of things to do today, guys. I hope you got a tasty beverage. I hope you've got a crunchy snack. I hope you're ready for some Minecraft. And also, can I say a huge thank you, guys, for all of the support for this series. You guys are absolutely smashing it like nobody's business, man. So many views, so many likes, so many comments. Thank you, everybody, making me feel real good, making me feel really happy and inspired by the series. So keep it coming, okay? So that we can have some more Minecraft survival action together. Oh, man. So let me show you what I've been up to around here since we were last together. This is, well, just a little something I threw together on a live stream about a week ago or so. I have put the 2 cows, who are the mama and daddy of Minamu, inside of this pen, and my plan is to start breeding them so that we can get a bunch of leather and a bunch of steaks. But I do want to name these cows before I start breeding them. I want to name them Moodum and Meave. You know, like Adam and Eve, but with the moo. Moodum. Clearly not impressed by that joke. So yeah, as soon as I get 2 name tags, I'm gonna name our cows, and then we can start breeding them, because I don't want to kill them, right? I kind of want to keep our very first cows that we ever discovered. I also want to be keeping this sheep over here, because this sheep has been with us since the beginning, and I would like to name this sheep Victoria after my good friend Stress Monster 101, because this sheep has been driving me absolutely crazy in many, many ways over the last couple of days. And I'd like to immortalize her and keep her here in our area. Now, let's get down into the miner's cave, because this is where most of the work that I've done off camera has happened, into the mines of the dog. Take a look at this, guys. I've been working really hard on the entrance into the mine, and isn't it looking absolutely gorgeous? I freaking love it, man. I've added a bunch of moss and algae into the cave. I've shaped it so that it feels like almost like a rounded entrance, right? Feels like a rounded cave, and I wanted to make it feel like it had a direction, like it went down and then around and to the left and to the right. And I've also added in some light features over here, just a log with a fence on it and the torch on top of the fence. And the thinking here is that the miners used a log to create some sort of a bracket for their torch, right? So you can see there's like a crack in the wall here. Can you guys see this crack? And what we've done is we've rammed a log into the wall, and then we've secured a torch onto that log, right? That's kind of the thinking behind it. I've also added a couple of support beams here and there using these beautiful spruce fences. You can see like there's a bit of support everywhere because, you know, this is a cave. I mean, this stuff's going to fall on us unless we support support it. And I've added a few of these too. And I've also used some of that grass that we grew down here a couple of episodes ago just to get a bit of greenery in here. So the place is looking fantabulous, baby. I really love how it's turning out. So yeah, that's everything that's new since we were last together. Pretty happy with how the whole place is coming together in general. And I know a lot of you guys are loving it too. So thanks for all the amazing feedback in the comments, guys. Really, really keeps me motivated and inspired. Absolutely amazing. Now, today we are going to be firing up the portal to the Nether, but we're not just going to be plonking the portal down anywhere, okay? I want to try and come up with something a little bit snazzy for this portal. And here's what I was thinking. We are currently in kind of like a mining operation over here. We've got one sort of mining operation that goes all the way down there, which we're eventually going to be making use of. But what I'd like to do is set up an abandoned mine shaft, right? So like one of these things that we've created here, but it's been abandoned. And the reason that it's been abandoned is because the miners stumbled across something kind of evil lurking underground. They stumbled across a crazy evil looking portal of doom that was emitting some really strange particles, that was smelling absolutely disgusting, that just looked like pure freaking evil. So they abandoned that mine shaft and then went and made this one so they could actually get some loot from down there, right? Some gold and ore and diamonds. So what I'd like to do to set up today's portal, guys, is to set up like a little chamber down here somewhere that is going to be the representation of an abandoned mine shaft that has a super evil portal inside of it. And that is the portal that we're going to be using to get ourselves into the Nether. And yeah, I think it's going to be a sweet idea. You know, usually what you do in Minecraft is you just plonk down your Nether portal just in the middle of nowhere and you go into the Nether. Let's do something a little bit different with our Nether portal. Let's make sure that everything that we build in this series has some sort of a story, has some sort of meaning behind it, right? Because that's how we bring our Minecraft worlds to life, right? If there's a story behind everything that we do, then everything comes to life and everything is just so much more freaking awesome. So that's the plan for today, guys. I'm going to dig out a nice sweet chamber for us over here and then we can start working on some sort of an abandoned Nether portal chamber of doom and destruction and fear and agony and all of those terrible things. Cyberdogs, I gotta come clean, man. I haven't been completely honest with you. Yes, my plan was to dig a cave to make a Nether portal, but the real reason that I wanted to make a cave was to use some TNT, baby. That's because I've been collecting a bunch of gunpowder. I've been hunting down creepers, doing a little bit of caving, and I found a couple of dungeons with some chests and gunpowder in them. And that means, my friends, that we can make for ourselves some TNT if I actually get the recipe correct. There it is. And I want to use a little bit of TNT with you guys today to try and make a natural looking cave. So let's try and make as much TNT as we can over here. I think we're only going to be able to make 5 or so TNT. Yeah, that's fine. That's all of the creeper poop that I have collected over the past week into 5 bits of TNT. And hopefully this time around we're going to have a little bit of better luck with TNT. Last time around it was kind of uninspiring, wasn't it? That TNT didn't really blow up as much as we wanted it to, but hopefully this time it's going to give us a bit of a better big bada boom, if you know what I'm saying. Oh man, what a sentence. Okay, so let's ram some TNT into different corners over here, right? I'm going to put one in the roof over here too, just so we can blow up a nice little piece of roof. And maybe this cobblestone needs to get removed also. Okay, there we go. And what else can we do? Oh wait, we probably need to add a block below the TNT though, because it's going to start falling. And yeah, this is looking pretty sweet. I've kind of made the staircase. I didn't want to make it go too far down. And I sort of went down until I hit some natural blocks. I hit this dirt over here and I thought, okay, this is a good spot to sort of take the diversion. So through here is where we're going to have our Nether portal cave, right? So I guess we could probably do a little bit more TNT in this direction too, maybe like all the way back there. And maybe inside of here too. Let's like do a little bit of a diagonal, stick a bit of TNT in there too. Now, the challenge is to get all of this TNT lit at the same time. I don't know if this is going to be possible, but I'm going to give it my best go. Let's do this thing, Matt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one didn't actually light. Oh no. Okay. Jeez. No. Okay. That one didn't blow up. Dang it. I broke it before it blew up. And, well, this is pretty good, I guess, with a bit of cleanup. We got something cooking over here. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I just panicked. Did you guys see that? My brain literally just froze. And I like a deer in the headlights. It was explosions all around me, man. I was panicking, okay? Let's blow that one up for the last one. Kaboom! Nice. Oh man. That's cool. That works. I can work with this. All right, Cyberdogs. The moment of evil is upon us. It is time to crank open a portal to the Nether. I've been chilling here, fishing in this cave pond for about half an hour or so to grow some grass down into our brand new cave. And all the grass is now grown, and I'm ready to set up the portal down here. It's looking pretty cool down here, right? We're going to transform this cave into something pretty evil looking. It's going to be amazing. By the way, I managed to pull out a name tag as well as a whole bunch of other fishes and stuff while I've been chilling over here. I've made myself a fresh freaking anvil, and I'm going to name this name tag Victoria, which we're going to be using a little bit later to name our sheep that's been wandering around the Moleshire. Let's just drop off all of this stuff over here, including this fishing rod. We don't need you right now because we're going into the freaking Nether. We're going to go very quickly into the Nether, guys. It's not going to be a long time spent in there because, well, we're not really ready for it. We got some iron armor and we've got a bow, which I just fished out of the pond too. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to combine these two bows together just to give it a little bit more of durability. This has got flame and unbreaking 3 on it. Amazing what you can pull out of cave ponds, am I right? Jeez. This bow should be good enough to use to fight off some of the freaking nasty things that we're going to find in the Nether. But we're ready to go. What I do need, though, is a flint and steel, which I have over here, and the obsidian. And let me pick up some dirt, too, because I want to talk a little bit about Nether portals just before we crank one open. Now, if you guys have never seen a Nether portal before, you're in for a treat. They're really cool, but also really scary. The cool thing about Nether portals is that you can make them as big or small as you want, as long as they are at least 2 blocks on the horizontal and 3 blocks on the vertical, right? Does that make sense? It'll make sense in a moment. Now, what we're going to be doing is cranking open a portal inside of this wall of the cave. And then what I want to do is make the portal look absolutely amazing. I want to build around the portal. Okay, it's going to make sense a little bit later on in this episode. Let's just make a little bit more space for this portal, and we're going to make this portal nice and big, I think. Let's make it nice and big. The idea being that when the miners found this cave, they were all instantly murdered by whatever freaking evil forces were coming out of this particular portal on the side of this wall over here. But yeah, we'll get to that lore in a little bit. Let's start laying down some obsidian so that we can crank open our very first portal. Is this centered in the cave? Yeah, that looks about centered, I guess. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. And we'll have to do exactly the same on the top, and we got to make sure that the portal is 3 blocks high, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll come across like this, and that's going to be our portal, right in there. Awesome. I also wanted to have like a space behind the portal because I want to grow some grass back here and make like something that looks really cool behind the portal itself. Now we've got the foundations for the portal set up, and now we can fire this bad boy up. Take a look at this. With flint and steel, once you've made your portal shape, boom, baby, right-click on it, and we've opened up the portal into a freaking dangerous world on the other side. I've got myself a shield, which I'm hoping is going to help me against the ghast that we might find in here, and all I want to do is get into the Nether, get some freaking nether quartz, and get the jazz out of there as fast as possible, okay? That's the plan. You guys ready for this? I'm not ready. I'm probably going to die. I hope not, though. If we can do this nice and quickly, we should be good. Let's stand in the portal and for the very first time in this series, go through into the Nether. Okay, hold your breath, Cyberdogs. Here we are in the Nether. Oh my goodness. This is a freaking insane nether spawn. We've spawned right in the center of a giant nether fortress or something. Oh my goodness, we got some freaking uranium over here. This is magma cubes, which is sweet, but I need to find myself some nether quartz. That's what we're here for. Let's see if we can find ourselves a little bit of nether quartz as fast as possible. There's Pigman all over the show. I'm not seeing any gas though, which is good. Here's some nether quartz. Let's just mine some of this as quickly as we can and then get the freak out of here. Although, while we're here, we might as well pick up some of these resources, right? I mean, we've literally come out at the bottom of a nether fortress, which is pretty crazy. And this is going to give us access to this beautiful block over here. This is nether brick, which we can actually make out of this stuff, which is called nether rack. And I reckon we can use some of this nether brick to make ourselves an amazing nether portal cave of evil, right? So, jeez, okay. Did that just set on fire? That fire scared the living jazz out of me, man. What is happening? Why is there just fire lighting randomly around the place? What is going on here? Oh man, okay, I'm not sure what's happening. Does the nether just catch fire these days? Like, is that what happens in the nether now? I don't know. Oh man, okay, let's get ourselves some of these bricks. I want to maybe get myself some glowstone too while we're here. We're kind of pushing our luck a little bit though, right? Let's get some of this stuff though, this glowstone. It's beautiful. Hi, pigmen. These pigmen are actually neutral. They won't attack you unless you attack them. Hi, pigmen. Just ignore me, dudes. I'm not really doing anything over here. Shall we collect some of these magma cubes too? Just in case we need some. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Don't stand on the magma cubes. They burn. Okay. They'll cook your little feet. Let's get some of those in the belly. We got 10 of those. Good. I also want to get some of the soul sand over here because we can use this in our cave. Look at this, man. There's like faces of what I'm assuming are trapped souls or something inside of the soul sand. I think that looks really cool. Let's get ourselves some of these resources too. I mean, at some point we're going to have to come back here when we're a little bit more ready to collect as many of these resources as possible, right? Because they're absolutely beautiful and, well, not really beautiful. They're kind of evil, but they're going to be perfect for our usage in the cave. I want to see if we can find ourselves a little bit of glowstone. Okay, fire. Hi. Don't burn me, please. Just let me be. I want to get in and out of here as fast as possible. There's a giant lava lake over here. That's bad news. Let's come up here. Any glowstone. The only glowstone that I can see is all the way over there, though. That's not good. I kind of want to get some of that glowstone, though. I'm thinking that we save that for another day. I don't want to push my luck out here, guys. But you know what I think we should do? I think that we should collect a bit of netherrack, right? And maybe we should hold on to this bit of netherrack. This is going to be the first bit of netherrack that we crank out of our brand new nether dimension. And I want to immortalize it, okay? Oh my goodness, there is lava down there. Okay, yep, this is turning into a really bad idea. Let's collect one block of netherrack over here. Boom, and we are going to be saving this block of netherrack. We're going to be naming it on the anvil. We're going to be preserving it for eternity. Much like the seed of the Cyberdog, we are going to be holding on to the very first block of netherrack that we collected here in the nether. Let's just collect a few more of these blocks and let's get ourselves back into the overworld. Nether, it's been fun, but yeah, I don't really want to spend any more time in there, okay? We made it back safe and sound. Beautiful. And we've come back with some nether brick, some magma cubes, and some soul sand. And I reckon we can use these blocks in an interesting way to make this portal look really, really sweet. Oh, man. That's what I'm cooking with right now, dudes. Jeez, my heart's racing. I'm very happy that we didn't have any problems in the nether. Maybe that's a sign that we don't really need to go back in there. We don't want to tempt fate, right? Oh, my goodness. Now, take a look at what we can do with this nether brick. We can actually turn this nether brick into slabs, which is awesome, and we can also turn the nether brick into stairs, right? So we can use a whole bunch of different variations of nether brick to actually make ourselves a pretty cool cave down there. I want to put down the brick and netherrack, which we're going to have to find a name for. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. We need to name that nether brick. And this nether quartz is super important. We're going to be using that in the coming episodes to do some redstone shenanigans. But yeah, I want to focus for the rest of this episode on creating a really, really cool cave over here, right? And Very glad that we got this nether brick, because take a look at this. We can actually create something really cool over here, right? We can actually create, I don't know, some sort of a cave system down here using this. I mean, maybe we can even get a little bit crazy with the brickage and start building like around the portal a little bit. So say, for example, we did that and we sort of covered the obsidian a little bit, right? Because the obsidian looks a little bit ugly. But maybe we can make like a really evil looking nether portal over here using a little bit of this action. Oh man, that's looking super cool. I'm loving that. And maybe we can do a bit of something like that. Yeah, that looks really sweet, right? So like the miners came down here, they saw this jazz, and they freaked out and died because of, I don't know, the nether power coming out of this portal, something like that. But this is a great start. I kind of want a little bit more of this nether brick, actually. Should we risk going back into the nether to get a little bit more of this? Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go get a little bit more nether brick. An easier way to get this nether brick is to harvest a bunch of this netherrack and cook it down in the furnaces. I'll show you guys how we actually do that. Let's pick up a little bit more of this now that we preserved our very first netherrack block. And I suppose I could just harvest a couple of these pillars over here. Yeah, this is actually a pretty lucrative mission. I just realized something that I should probably mention to you guys because, well, this netherrack is actually not the color that you guys are maybe used to seeing, right? For those of you guys who've been playing this game for a very long time, or even those of you guys who have maybe just started playing Minecraft, this netherrack is looking very black, isn't it? And that's because I am currently using something in Minecraft called a texture pack. It's actually called a resource pack. And, well, it's just a couple of different texture packs that I use just to slightly improve some of the textures in survival. They are texture packs that Iskall and I use on the Hermitcraft server. And I do believe that it is this texture pack over here that is changing the color of that nether brick in my particular game. I think I'm going to remove that texture pack for this series because I'm not particularly fond of that super dark color of the netherrack or the nether bricks. I actually prefer this color, which is the vanilla texture color for nether brick. And yeah, I think I'm going to remove that texture pack for the series because, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the fact that the vanilla color has this sort of weird purple maroon color into it. It feels to me to be a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more evil, I guess, because it's got a little bit more red in it, right? And I want to try keep this series as vanilla as possible. I don't want to be using weird texture packs that you guys don't understand what's happening or that confuses you guys. So yeah, let's switch it back to the original texture color for the netherrack. I mean, I kind of like that black, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe we should throw up, you know what? I'm going to throw up a poll in this video, guys. What do you guys think? Should we use the Iskall netherrack color or should we use the vanilla nether brick color for this series? Check the top right hand corner of the video. Let's make a decision together, okay, to see if we can actually decide what we're going to do here. Now let's spend a little bit of time working on the outside design of our little nether portal cave system over here. I want to use some of the soul sand because I think it looks really cool. The thing about soul sand though is that when you actually step on soul sand, it slows you down. You see that? And I don't really want to be slowed down as I approach the portal because that's kind of annoying, right? So I kind of want to use the soul sand as a sort of, I don't know, a little bit of detail work around the borders of the portal, so to speak, right? I was also thinking about using these magma blocks in a potentially sweet way. Like, maybe these magma blocks could be like, I don't know, sort of like fissures, I suppose, coming out of the portal, right? Like, it's kind of like the earth is melted kind of thing from the power of the nether portal. Maybe we can have like a couple up here too that sort of break into the wall a little bit just to give it like a little bit more of an evil feel, right? So we have like a fissure of magma cubes that sort of come down there. I think that looks pretty sweet. I probably need to go back into the nether to get a few more of these magma cubes though, if we want to do this like proper fissuring action. The cool thing about a magma cube is it'll actually remember the brightness of a light source that is placed on top of it or placed next to it. So if you stick a torch on top of these magma cubes, let's get rid of like all of these torches around here. You'll see that these magma cubes are actually going to glow, right? See that? It's actually providing a little bit of light, which I think is awesome. That's going to be great lighting for us down here. So let's add a couple more light sources here on top of these magma cube blocks. There we go. And then we can start getting rid of some of these torches around here. I don't think I want any torches in this chamber. I just want it to look really, really evil when we come in here. Like really dark and mysterious and kind of scary. I was thinking about maybe using a little bit of netherrack too, right? But the problem with the netherrack is that it's a really messy texture. Look at that texture. It's really, really messy. But I kind of wanted to make it look like the nether was invading the overworld, right? Kind of like busting through the portal. Just like we can come through the portal, maybe other stuff can come through the portal too. Maybe the whole nether world is coming through that portal, slowly but surely corrupting the overworld, right? So maybe we can just do a little bit of that, right? Like maybe we just have like a little pockets of netherrack here and there, just to try break it up a little bit. We probably need to get rid of all of the gray blocks around here too, just to make it feel a little bit more nethery in here. I guess we're almost transforming this cave into like a section of the nether. And what's cool about this nether brick texture is it kind of looks a little bit like blood, I guess, or maybe like flesh. In the most gruesome of ways, it kind of looks a little bit like that, right? So it's almost as if this cave is coming to life, right? It's almost like if it's becoming like the inside of a giant creature, like the inside of a giant monster of some kind, which is kind of sweet, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm liking how this is turning out. I kind of want to create a little bit more variation in here, especially with the stone bricks. I want to sort of variate this a little bit so that it's not so flat. I also think we want to get a little bit more of the nether brick action going on, maybe a little bit more of the nether brick slab action. Maybe we make a few more of these things, and maybe just a few more stairs too. I think we can also make, we can make nether brick fences also, which is kind of curious. Let's make a couple of these nether brick fences. Don't want to make too many of them because I'm kind of running out of this resource, and I don't really want to go back into the nether, if I'm honest with you guys. I don't particularly like it in there, but check this out. Yeah, that works really nicely. That adds like just another little bit of depth, right? Another little bit of texture into this build. That doesn't really work up there though, because it's sort of connecting to all 4 blocks. But maybe just here and there we can have these straight lines, which I really, really like. I think that works out really good. Like maybe we have another one over there. Nice. I mean, we don't have to go crazy with them. Just a few of them here and there, right? And yeah, maybe we just have a few more of this nether brick action like around here in the corners. Don't want to cover up all of this grass that I've worked so freaking hard to actually grow down here. But maybe just a few more bricks of nether, almost as if like... Here's what I'm trying to recreate over here, right? I kind of want this portal to have like exploded into the overworld from the nether, right? It was kind of forced into the overworld via some sort of cosmic nether event of some kind, if that makes sense. Like a whole bunch of energy just sort of pushed this portal into the overworld and sort of melted a lot of these stones and stuff to turn into nether brick. I don't know, something like that, right? Something that sort of makes sense from a lore perspective. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like... actually, that doesn't look cool at all. I don't like this at all, actually. Let's get rid of all of these nether bricks. That's not working for me. Let's not get too crazy with the different textures down here. I think the nether bricks around the portal itself is probably all that we need, and we can just do a little bit more work with the slabs, right? Maybe we just have like a... almost like a sort of passageway to this position over here. Maybe they just sort of zigzag between, and I didn't actually want to do that. I kind of want there to be a little bit of grass right next to the portal here so that we can grow some stuff there. So I'll put that back, but maybe we can just have the path like sort of going about to this position, and maybe it comes down to here. And yeah, maybe we'll have a few blocks like that. So yeah, so that's kind of where the portal begins, right? And this is kind of the staircase that takes us into it. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling that, guys. I'm feeling that. What do you think about this, man? Looking pretty good. I'm going to spend a little bit of time working a little bit more on this. And yeah, we'll come back together again when this place is basically cooking with nether gas, baby. Victoria, even though your eyes are looking in different directions, you're one of the cutest sheep that I've ever seen, and I think that you deserve to have your own name. And you are now going to officially become my sheep pet. So please welcome to the Cyberdog Nation, Victoria, the freaking squonky-eyed sheep. Hi, what's happening? Welcome, cyberdiggity dogs, to the noisiest place in the Moleshire, The Nether Cave. I've been working on this thing now for about half an hour. This portal is making a lot of noise, man. It is kind of hurting my ears at the moment. But yeah, the cave's coming along pretty good. I'm not entirely happy with how messy it is right now. There's loads of different blocks and different textures going on over here. These magma cubes are probably worrying me the most. I don't really like them. Well, I like them and then I don't like them, if you know what I'm saying. I think maybe what we can do, guys, is find a way to maybe lessen the noise a little bit. Not necessarily the actual noise coming out of the portal, but more the block noise coming out of this cave, right? Let's see if we can actually sort of fix things up a little bit over here. Make it feel a little bit less messy. There's probably another reason to get rid of the magma cubes too, right? I'm just burning my butt here all the time. Now, let's experiment with a little bit of green in here, okay? We've got a couple of pockets that I've created behind the portal, and I've gone and mined myself a whole bunch of birch leaves. And birch leaves are pretty interesting because they're kind of a different color to the leaves that we've been using elsewhere in the series. This is what we've been using over here, the oak leaf, right? It's much greener than the birch leaf. And I kind of like this idea that there is some vines and some mosses in here that have perhaps been corrupted by the nether, right? Like they've been corrupted by this portal, and so they've kind of got a lot darker color. They've kind of lost their life force, so to speak, and they're almost like not rotting necessarily, but they've just become a little bit less green, I suppose. And I'm thinking that we could use this green to sort of cover up a lot of the texture noise that we've generated around here, right? So if we just come into these pockets and just get a bunch of these beautiful birch leaves in here, leaving every now and then a couple of these nether bricks and some of these nether blocks like the soul sand and stuff just showing a little bit, right? Maybe we can even start covering up the magma cubes. But yeah, we just use a little bit of green. This is like the moss, right? This is a weird sort of plant that has, I don't know, evolved from the nether juices coming out of the portal. But we still sort of get this feeling that this cave has been overgrown and also overtaken by the nether, because we can still see a little bit of nether action coming out here. But at the same time, that's helped to clean it up a bit, hasn't it? Yeah, I think I kind of like that. I think that works out pretty good. I mean, we could even do the same thing in these little pockets that I've made over here, right? If we get some of our moss stone in here. And then maybe here we can have a little bit of that brighter green, but we can also have a little bit of the new green in here. And the new green, I mean the corrupted green, right? Just to show how that green is slowly but surely sort of decaying, I guess, right? Let's get another batch of that over here in this corner too. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably work on making this look a little bit better also, because at the moment it's looking a little bit janktastic, but you guys get the idea, right? I think that works quite nicely. And I mean, I just want to sort of clean up a little bit around here, if you know what I'm saying. Just making the place feel a little bit less texture heavy, right? What I also want to do actually is maybe grow a little bit of grass here and there. So here we've got a little bit of grass, so maybe we can get a grass growing there, maybe a couple of grasses growing there too. Oh, and we've got a little bit of grass back here that we can grow too, right? Behind the portal, which I think is kind of cool. Maybe we can get a couple of leaves in here too, right? Just here and there. Jeez, every time I sort of enter the portal, it makes you want to go through. I mean, you can't really see that back there, but I think that works out pretty good. I like that, man. Okay, this is working out pretty good. Now, there's a couple of other things that I want to try with you guys just as the last bit of crafting. I'm so addicted to this freaking world. I just want to work here forever, man. I want to try using something called coarse dirt, which we haven't actually used yet. It's a combination of gravel and dirt, and it's actually a really cool block because it's kind of like a darker version of dirt. I'll show you guys this in a moment. And I've also got a pretty cool idea to add like a little bit of life down here, right? Now, what we have decided is that this mine shaft was being dug by the miners, and they busted into this horrible, evil-looking cave where there was a portal inside of it, right? So why don't we try and like replicate that? Let's just break a couple of blocks here, add some gravel over here. And here's what I'm thinking. Like, they got to this point, they were setting up their mining cart, right? So let's go from this position over here, and maybe we have like a broken rail up there, and we kind of make like the mining cart go down here, I suppose, and then maybe it's broken over here, and maybe it's sort of come into this position, and the miners are sort of pushing the cart down with them, right? Because they were bringing their supplies and stuff down here, if you know what I'm saying. And they got to this position, and maybe this is where they died, right? Like under here. Maybe we'll make like a, I don't know, like a little dip or something down here, a bit of mossy cobblestone. representing that, or maybe we keep it on the same level, and this sort of comes around the corner, and we'll have like a minecart, like an abandoned minecart over there, right? So the miners came down here and then they died. Their minecart was left. It might be a long shot at a little bit of lore, but I kind of dig it. I think that works quite nicely. Now let's try and get a little bit of this coarse dirt in here, because I think the coarse dirt is going to work really well next to the soul sand over there. Because take a look at this, right? The coarse dirt is like a little bit darker than normal dirt. It also doesn't let grass grow on it too, right? So we can kind of stifle the growth of the grass down here now, which is kind of sweet. I think we've got a little bit of grass down there too. Yeah, so let's get rid of some of this netherrack, maybe get a little bit more coarse dirt in here. Maybe this whole little undersection here should be coarse dirt, right? Just create like a little batch of coarse dirt, just to try break up all of the gray that we've made down here, right? So just get a nice little splash of coarse dirt in there. I think that works quite nicely, and maybe we get rid of even more of this gray, because the coarse dirt works quite nicely with the nether brick texture, right? So that looks pretty cool. And maybe we want to grow this one nice and tall, just in front of the portal like that. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better now, I think, looking a little bit less messy. But I'm very curious to see what you guys think about the nether cave. Do let me know in the comment section below if you have any opinions, any ideas that we could do to improve this. I kind of want to stick the thing over there. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, it's gone and got stuck around the corner like that, right? I'm digging that, man. Can we actually get a block in there? No, that's unfortunate. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think about our brand new nether cave? I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time off camera, just sort of making it look a little bit more like interesting. I mean, maybe we could even get a little bit of fire in here. I'm supposed to be saying goodbye, ReNDoG, you freaking idiot. Say goodbye already. Jeez, this video's already going long. But maybe we could get a little bit of fire in here. The interesting thing about netherrack is you can actually set it on fire, but that's going to set on fire all of our leaves. So that's probably not the greatest idea in the world. I mean, we could get a little bit risky and put a bit of fire over here, for example. I think that's probably going to set stuff on fire too, though, but that could be pretty cool. So like a little bit of fire just outside of the portal. I don't know, dudes. I don't know. That's probably a very bad idea. Let's extinguish that fire before something goes horribly wrong. All right, that's it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, remember to hit the like button. And can we get a like for not dying in the nether? I think that deserves a freaking like. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, remember to hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with the series. And I guess we will smell you all in the next episode.